My 6-year-old daughter believes I'm her dog from a past life. And it's not just that. She calls me Rufus, commands me to sit, to growl, and treats me every single day like I'm her pet. I tried to laugh it off at first. I tried to find it cute or even healthy for her imagination. But after a while, it stopped being funny. And now I'm asking myself, did I go too far by calling an exorcist? We've always been a normal family. My wife, Clara, is a night shift nurse. I work as a designer and have been working from home since the pandemic. Our daughter, Luna, is smart, creative, and, as far as we knew, healthy. But there's something you need to know. 3 years ago, when Luna was only 3 years old, she had a traumatic experience. She was playing in my mother-in-law's backyard when a stray dog, a golden retriever named Rufus, appeared out of nowhere. Luna fell in love instantly. For 2 weeks, she played with him every day. Rufus would follow her, protect her, sleep by the gate waiting for her to wake up. Until one day, Rufus was hit by a car right in front of her. Luna went into shock for months. She wouldn't talk, wouldn't play. She had child therapy for a whole year. We thought she had gotten over it. We were wrong. 2 years after the accident, Luna was back to normal, playing, smiling, inventing imaginary friends. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until one Sunday, we were on the couch watching cartoons when she laid on my lap, ran her hand through my hair, and said very calmly, "It's good to have you back, Rufus." I froze. I asked where she got that name from. She just laughed and said, "You were my dog. You died when you got hit by a car. Now you're back. You're kinda ugly, but you're still mine." She had never talked about Rufus since therapy. How did she remember the name? We laughed, I played along, barked, did a little act. But then the routine started. She started calling me only Rufus. She brought me water bowls on the floor. She hid cookies behind the couch and expected me to sniff them out. She petted my head like I was a pet. One night, I woke up with her staring at me from beside the bed, whispering, "You died trying to save me. This time, you're going to obey me, okay?" I started feeling a strange chill in my stomach. This didn't seem like a child's game dealing with trauma anymore. It seemed like something else. Within a week, Luna started changing completely. She walked barefoot around the house, growling when anyone approached me. She drew circles with strange symbols on the walls, symbols she had never seen before. She put my toothbrush in the neighbor's dog bowl. She gifted me with a chicken bone she found in the trash. She started knowing things about me that I had never told her. One day she said, "Rufus, are you still afraid of fireworks?" Guys, I am afraid of fireworks since childhood. I never told anyone in the family about this. Never. I asked Clara if she thought this was normal. She said it was just a phase, that Luna was processing Rufus's death belatedly. But at school, they called us in for a talk. Luna had told the teacher that she didn't need little friends because she had her owner back now, and that he obeyed better than the other children. One night, I went into a room and found a paper under the bed. She had drawn a man kneeling with a collar and a shadowy figure with red eyes saying, "You promised him to me again." Below it, in her handwriting, was written, "Rufus will stay forever." I froze. This is where things get really scary. I started having symptoms. I woke up wanting to bark. I felt hungry when I heard the sound of kibble. I had strange reflexes, like lifting my leg when someone scratched my belly. I dreamed I was running on all fours. I started understanding when Luna talked to me without words. One morning, I woke up on the floor of her room. I didn't remember leaving my bed. Luna was sitting there looking at me and said, "You still don't remember everything, do you, Rufus? But you're almost there." Clara thought I was having a nervous breakdown. She scheduled an appointment with a psychologist for me, but I knew it wasn't that. I started researching. I read about reincarnation, mediumship, possession, dissociative disorders, animal identification syndrome. And I discovered something disturbing. I called my mother-in-law asking about the day Rufus died. She told me details I never knew. Luna knelt beside the dog's body for hours. She was whispering something in his ear. When I asked what it was, she said, "I'm promising he'll come back." I talked to Luna's therapist. She said Luna always talked about making a deal to bring Rufus back. I discovered that in the region where my mother-in-law lives, there's a legend about children who make soul pacts with dead animals. An old neighbor told me they had seen several children doing rituals at the place where Rufus died. The therapist told me something that froze me. Luna always drew you and the dog as the same person since the first day of therapy. One night, I talked to Luna talking to the bathroom mirror. "He's here, but he still doesn't remember everything. I need to make him remember who he really is." Clara kept thinking I was losing it, that I needed sleep, that it was work stress. But then the incident happened. Luna woke me up in the middle of the night. She was standing by the bed holding a dog collar I had never seen before. "Put this on, Rufus. It's time." I got up scared, turned on the light. The collar had a tag, and on the tag was engraved, "Rufus, if lost, return to Luna." The collar was old, rusted, as if it were ancient. Clara woke up, saw the scene, and fainted. That's when I called, not a doctor, a priest. He wouldn't come, said the church doesn't approve of this type of ritual without clear evidence of possession. But a seminarian I know gave me the contact of an unofficial exorcist, Father Miguel, who works with cases the church doesn't want to take on. When I explained the situation, he was silent for a while. Then he said, "I've seen this before. Soul pacts are real, and they're dangerous." He arrived with a crucifix, a Latin Bible, holy water, and the deep eyes of someone who had seen too much. Before entering, he looked at me and said, "If it's just imagination, she'll laugh. If it's possession, she'll fight. But if it's a soul pact, she'll try to take you with her." We lit candles, we closed the curtains. Clara was in the bedroom praying. Luna was playing with dolls in her room. When Father Miguel entered, Luna stopped playing. She turned slowly, smiled, and spoke with a voice that wasn't hers. "Took you long enough, priest." He almost remembered everything. The priest started praying in Latin. Luna laughed, an adult laugh. "You can't undo what was promised. He said he would come back to me." This is where everything went wrong. The priest threw holy water. Luna screamed, but not in pain, in anger. She looked at me and said, "Rufus, come here, now." And I felt the urge to obey. My body started moving on its own. I was walking toward her. The priest held me back, kept praying. Luna then did something I'll never forget. She started telling details about Rufus the dog's life, details that a 6-year-old child could never know. He was born on a farm in 2018. His mother died in childbirth. He was abandoned 3 times before he found me. He had a scar on his back paw from when he stepped on glass. How did she know this? The priest intensified his prayers. Luna started making dog sounds, barking, whimpering, howling. Then she stopped, looked at me with completely black eyes and whispered, "If you don't stay with me in this life, I'll come for you in the next one and the next one until you accept being mine forever." Clara fainted again. I was paralyzed. And then, in the middle of the most intense prayer,
Luna stopped. She fell to the floor. She was silent for 10 minutes. When she woke up, she looked around confused and asked, "Why are there candles here? Daddy, why are you crying?"
2 days later, she was apparently normal, as if nothing had happened, playing, laughing, watching cartoons. But Clara wasn't okay. My wife developed insomnia. She couldn't be alone with Luna. She requested a transfer at work to switch to the day shift. She started going to church every day. One day, she confessed to me. "I saw her eyes turn black. I saw it with my own eyes. That wasn't our daughter." The subtle changes. Luna didn't remember anything from the Rufus period, or said she didn't remember. But small things continued. One, the wall with the drawings. She cleaned it herself, but said she didn't know why she had drawn that. 2, the papers with symbols. They disappeared, but she didn't remember throwing them away. 3, the mysterious collar never appeared again. The most disturbing part, a week later, I asked if she remembered Rufus the dog. She said, "What dog? I never had a dog." But in the therapist's records, there are 2 years of sessions talking about Rufus. Father Miguel never answered my phone directly again, but he left a message with the seminarian. Some pacts are older than our faith. The ritual worked, for now. But soul pacts aren't broken. They're just put to sleep. Keep Luna away from animals and watch for the signs. What signs? If she starts dreaming about dogs, if she draws circles again, or if you hear barking where there are no dogs, call me immediately. 2 weeks later, I learned that Father Miguel had moved to another state. The seminarian told me he didn't want to be around when the pact awakened again. When it awakened again. Today, 6 months later, Luna lives apparently normally. She's doing well at school. She plays with other children. She never mentioned Rufus again. Clara is still in therapy. She says she has nightmares about a dead dog talking to her. But sometimes, when I'm distracted, Luna looks at me and makes a clicking sound with her tongue. That sound people make to call dogs. And she smiles as if it were a joke. The other day, when I came home tired, she gave me a pillow and pointed to the floor. "Daddy, today you sleep here. It'll be more comfortable." I laughed, but inside me, something awakened, a strange urge to obey. And yesterday, I found Luna drawing in the backyard. When I approached, she hid the drawing, but I managed to see what it was. A man on all fours, with a collar, and a girl smiling beside him. Below it was written, "Forever." The question that won't go away. Did I go too far by calling an exorcist, or did I not go far enough? And more importantly, what would you do in my place? Because I have the feeling that this isn't over yet. Leave in the comments. Do you think I should have called the exorcist? Was it possession or trauma? And what would you do if you were the father? I'll read all the comments and maybe I'll need your help to decide what to do next.